Hey, what's up? My name is Daz, and this is Existential Experience. Today, we're talking about credit card companies, the fucking credit card companies that we all hate. I don't know, man, what your thoughts are, but I think it's a great service that these companies provide. First of all, I want to thank these companies who came up with this idea of giving people. It's an act of giving people purchasing power for emergency related situation. Many of the time credit cards are really helpful because if you get stuck in some kind of situation where you need money and you don't have someone to ask for money, then it's a great way to get that extra inflow of cash, and then you pay it back slowly. But here's the thing, this is why I am making this video, that most of us live in a consumer culture. We have a consumer mindset, and we are enforced to believe in our society to want instant gratification. We want it to be satisfied now. Whatever the craving is, whatever the desire is, must be satisfied right now. I want the Coke right now. I want the Pepsi right now. I want my chips right now. I want my pastry or cake right now. I want to watch movie online right now. I want to go to Hawaii right now. I want to go to Vegas right now. I want to be able to get things now so that I can be happy. This is consumer culture, and no matter how hard you try, you're gonna get trapped in this culture because we live in it constantly, non-stop. We are bombarded by advertisements wherever you go. On Facebook, you're scrolling your Instagram, there's ads. You're on a LinkedIn page, you're watching television, or you're listening to radio while you're driving, or even if you're walking, you see posters and banners everywhere, and all you see, 90% of these banners is actually 98% of these banners is how you can buy this or get this experience in order to make yourself happy, as if you were already not happy. And we keep forgetting the fact that life is already good, but we still need something more to be more happy. So first of all, we need to understand and be aware that we're living in consumer culture, and this is how we think even, right? This is the kind of conversations we have with our friends, like, hey, what did you do last Saturday? Well, how was your weekend? Where are you going this time on vacation? Comparing my shirt with other person's shirt. Hey, I got a better pair of denims than you. Hey, your shoes are better. Where did you buy those shoes from? So it's always about who can be better, who can one up each other. There's always this, I can't get no satisfaction. The good old Beatles songs. Okay, I can't get no satisfaction. So we have to understand we are living in a consumer culture. We like it or we don't, we want it or we don't, it's happening. Okay? But once we are aware of that, we start to smarten up. Now, before I move on with this video, I want to explain how consumers are different from producers. Okay? Consumers are the people I was talking about, who live in this culture and da 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 da. Now, producers are usually most of businesses that produce or provide service or a product. They think differently. They think that what if I can, and please follow me here. This is how credit card companies also work, okay? So please stay with me here, okay? They think like this. What if I convince a person to pay me $10 every month for the rest of his life? How much am I gonna make? $10 every month, 12 months, $120 a year. 10 years, you'll make whatever, man, just calculate, put a zero, $1,200. Fair? In 10 years, $1,200, that's nothing. But think about this. What if I make $10 from a person and 1 million people wants to buy that product or service for $10 a month? Now we're talking about $10 million every month. And you can calculate what that becomes in 12 months or 10 years. That's a millions and millions and millions of dollars in money that you're making. Okay, this is how producers think. This is how big companies think. And we must understand that credit card companies are not stupid. They're very smart. They understand that most of us live in the hypnosis of consumer culture, and they skim us of that. If every person, if a million people, which is actually way low than it should be, there is roughly 7 to 8 billion people on this planet, out of which at least 300 million live in America, and you can calculate how many millions are there, millions and millions of people in the whole North America, and then there is a different population in the world. But let's just stick to North America. Here, I'm pretty sure, very sure, that 1 million people easily pay $10 to a credit card company every month through interest. Only 19.99% every month to pay back your loan. Okay? But here's the thing. Most people don't fall into the trap. No, actually, most people do fall into this trap, and the kind of people who fall into this trap are the innocent ones. So see, if you are even a student, okay, or if you have just like an average job, you would easily qualify for a $500 to $1,000 credit limit. You'll qualify. They'll give to your fucking home to hand you a card so that you can spend money. And you will first try to avoid this. You're like, no. I don't wanna get the card. It's bad. No. But then eventually, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna start to justify getting a credit card. It's very easy. First of all, you tell yourself that, hey man, credit card is not bad because sometimes I have to purchase things online, and you only can use credit card online. So hey, okay, I'll get credit card. But then you're like, no, that's not a good enough reason. Maybe I can use PayPal or something. But hey, credit card will help me build my credit history, because I'm gonna every month pay off my card on time, and just like a good citizen, I'll have a strong credit card habits, and I have a great credit limit, or a great credit, and in 10 years from now I'll be able to buy a home. Whatever that is, a student mindset, right? Okay, fine, good enough reason you're building a credit. Number 3, it's convenient. It's beep. You do that beep on the machine, and boom, the purchase is done. So you somehow find yourself, and then number 4, the companies are calling you. Hey man, how you doing, man? Would you like a credit card? No. Please get a credit card. No. Hey dude, get a credit card. And then you're like, okay, I'll get it, right? They're always calling you. So it's like they're doing their due diligence, because they're businesses and they understand, they're producers, okay? So you fall into the trap. You get a little credit card with a, let's say, $1,000 limit, okay? That's one of the minimum ones, okay? You got a $1,000 limit on a credit card. You bought it. You got the card. Now, you're a very good guy. You just keep this credit card in your pocket, in your wallet, very safe. You don't use it for some time. You don't use it because I'm gonna stay good with my credit card. All right, you have it. You have this thing in your wallet that's telling you that, hey man, you have the purchasing power of that extra $1,000. Remember, okay? Whenever anything happens, I'm there for you. Extra $1,000, I'm there for you. Okay? All right. Done. Now, few days pass by, few weeks pass by. You go to a mall, you like something, you wanted this thing for a long time. You're like, okay, I'll just get it. I'll just buy it. On my credit card, beep, you buy it, and you go home and you pay off the credit card right there. What did you just do? You just practiced using your credit card for the first time. Nothing happened. You paid it off. It's all good. But you practiced. You just tasted a little blood. But move on a couple of months from now. Maybe you find yourself in an emergency situation. Maybe you parked your car where you were not supposed to, and you got this ticket of $400, and or maybe you were overspeeding, or maybe an actual emergency situation arises in your life. Beep, credit card, problem solved. Okay, problem solved for now. Now you are minus 400. In order to combat that, you will somehow stop cutting on eating out. You'll stop spending extra money here and there. In 3 or 4 months, probably 3 months, you'll be able to pay off that $400, and you'll be back to a good credit limit, and you'll be fine. But let's move on. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, few months pass by, and your friends are going to Montreal. Hey man, let's party! Woo! Montreal, baby! No, I can't do it. Can't afford it. But hey, dude, it's once in a lifetime. We gotta go to Montreal. YOLO! You only live once. Let's go! And you're like, no, man, I can't do it. Hey, it's just a weekend, bro. It's just a weekend. And you're like, alright, fine. I'll go to Montreal. I want to party. I want to be able to experience this life and get some culture on me. Let's go to Montreal. Okay, you go to Montreal, you spend $800 there. Come back, go back to your same job, whatever you're doing, right? So what's happening there? Your production capacity is X. Okay? But your purchasing power is X plus 1,000. In your mind, in your soul, you have developed the habit of having more purchasing power than you actually have earned. That's a delusion. Okay? X plus 1,000 is what you're spending, but you're making X. Now, $800 in debt. You will work hard. You'll spend a few months to pay off your credit limit. And to be honest, if you just kept doing what you're doing, in a few months, let's say 8 months, 9 months, if you were strict with everything, you'd be able to combat this $800, and you'll come back to zero limit, and you're like, now I'm not gonna be doing this. But listen, man, for past 8 to 9 months, you have been working hard to pay off this fucking thing, and you haven't got time for yourself to celebrate. You haven't really enjoyed a weekend properly the way you were used to. You haven't really bought anything. You haven't eaten out in past 8 to 9 months. Now you're killing yourself internally. You're like, fuck this life, man. I want to live. So now for you now, living means having fun, spending some money. That's what living means now. So that urge will start bugging you a little bit. I want to spend. But your production capacity hasn't increased. Now, if someone was smart, okay, let's discuss what are the ways through which you can increase your production capacity. For example, if your production capacity goes up, you start making more, then it's fair, right? Then it's fine. But how are you going to do that? Number one way, how are you going to increase your production capacity? So, for example, your purchasing power becomes equal to how much you produce, how much income you bring in. Number one way, we all know this way, is to work extra hours. Okay, you work on the weekends, you sleep less, you probably skip a couple of meals here and there, you take up a couple of extra jobs. So that's one way of making extra money. So if you did that, then you'd be able to. So I'm talking solutions now, okay? I'm not really crying about what happened to this guy, but I'm saying that here's the solution. Here's a solution that you can work extra hours or get another job, extra jobs or something, and make that $1,000 a month, extra $1,000 a month, and be at peace with what you're spending. But here's the thing. Even when a person increases their production capacity, first of all, the downside of increasing a production capacity through working many hours is that you really start neglecting your health. You neglect your sleep patterns. You neglect your eating. You're not working out because you don't have time for your body, and so on. So not giving time, and also not giving time to your relationships and family and stuff like that. So that's one of the things. That's the downside. Another one is that even if when you're able to make extra $1,000, your consumer mentality always tells you, because it was reinforced in you for past couple of years since you've been paying off credit cards, it reinforces a behavior in you that says that, man, it's not enough, I gotta spend more. Even X plus 1,000 is not enough now. In order for me to be satisfied, I must spend X plus 1,000 plus 1,000. And sure enough, you will get a phone call from the credit card company seducing you. Hello. Hi. Am I talking to this person? Yes. How are you doing, honey? Good. Would you like to spend $1,000 extra this month? No. Come on. You know you're good. You know you're worth it. You can spend a little extra $1,000 every month. Yeah, I don't know. Am I worth it? Yes. Honey, baby, you're worth it. You sound like a nice girl. Sure. And that's how they sell you. They sell you an extra $1,000 capacity of purchasing. And these calls are always like this. They're like very, because they want to sell you, right? They will, sweet sounding people will call you, and then you'll fall in that trap. And you're like, okay, it's just, hey, I'm just getting that credit limit increase. That's it. It's no big deal, right? So again, this vicious circle goes on and on and on. You get letters, you get emails, and they just, hey, emails. You get Hawaii this summer, Cuba this summer. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? You need to travel. You need to buy this thing. You gotta go. You get emails constantly. You try unsubscribing them, you still get them. So they're always like, hey, what are you doing, man? What are you doing with your life? Go out, have fun. Now. Spend that $1,000. Spend that $1,000. Money. Fun. Go. Get that drink. Get out. So this is how you get bombarded, and they're making money. And now they're not just making $10 a month, they're making $40 a month or $100 a month on the interest of the amount that you borrowed from these people. This is how businesses work. Now, let's talk solutions for sure. What is a solution other than working extra hours? Okay? It's a difficult one because, okay, let's just discuss what are the ways which someone can make more money apart from doing an extra job or working more hours. Number one way is to work on yourself. You would have to work on yourself, on your confidence level, the personality, the way we talk, the way we think about this planet. From the consumer mentality, we may have to change to a producer mentality where each thing that we do or anything that we generate comes from a place of serving or giving. All of the people who are climbing up the ladder, they tend to be more giving than taking. Sounds weird because they're the ones with more money, but it's actually true, because the only way you can be richer, not just financially but also energetically, you can be richer by only offering to people. So you can work on a service, see what you can do for the society, what are your innate capabilities, what are your inner powers, your gifts that you got, you always were good at, and cultivate them, keep learning, and also create a product out of that, or create a service out of that, and start selling it on a very small level, and then you keep growing up. Every month, if every month you're making $50 extra on top of what you're making, okay, $50 extra, $70 extra, $100 every month, you're doing that, then 1 or 2 years ahead from now, you'd be able to replace your full-time job income with your own income. It could be a business. It's so easy to start a business now. You just go online, create a website and stuff like that, right? And other ways you can also, there's other ways of doing it through network marketing. For network marketing, you already have products and services out there, and they are good products, they are good services, because these huge companies who have a network marketing model, they already have a successful business going on. They are already doing millions of dollars of revenue every year. So if you join them, you would not be given salary or anything, but you would have to work on yourself. You would have to face rejections. You'll have to approach people a lot, facing rejections. Maybe you will get ignored a little bit. You'll have to build that thick skin, they call it, right? And eventually you'll start selling these products. Sales is a huge one. Whoever can sell, or whoever can provide convenience or a service, always starts increasing their production capacity. Another way is being creative is a huge one. Whatever your skill is, on a creative endeavor, you play guitar, you sing, you paint something, you can teach kickboxing or any kind of an art, martial art or anything, or you can just display your creativity on this planet. And if there are enough people watching you, then that can also be a source of income. So increasing your production capacity, increasing the purchasing power brings you in a producer mindset. It's very different from a consumer mindset. A consumer mindset person always lives in a haze of something will satisfy me externally. A person in a producer mindset is already satisfied. He has full acceptance of life already now. He understands that I'm okay. I'm thankful for all I have. I'm happy. I have enough. The God has provided me enough in order for me to put food in my mouth, in order to live in a comfortable place. I have a shed over my head. I have clean water to drink. Thank you, God, for giving me all these things. And on top of that, he's like, okay, what can I make my life out of? So he or she would go out and start producing stuff. That's a producer mindset. You start producing, and they really work hard. They produce this thing. They create their products or services, and sometimes, or they sell other people's products and services, and then they charge a little fee for their service, which is fair because you value yourself. That's why you charge a little fee. Putting your energy, putting your enthusiasm into your work. So that's one way of increasing your production capacity and really coming out of consumer mindset. Consumer mindset, please stay aware. If you have credit card debts, I totally hear you, man. I understand you, feel you. It's a very innocent mistake that we make. And it's made on so many levels by so many people. But now that if it has happened to you, maybe that's why you clicked on this video. If it has happened to you, then forgive yourself for doing that. It's not a bad thing. You live in this kind of society. It happens to everyone. Forgive yourself and start paying off. Whatever the minimum payment is, pay a little bit extra every month and stop using the card. Stop using the card completely. Just cut it out. Throw it out. And start working on, maybe you might have to take an extra job on the side for the first few months. Do that, pay it off, get debt free first, and move into producer mindset, and that should really help you. And that is all. That's all I need to say right now. Thank you so much for listening. This is Existential Experience. Hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. It's nice and sunny out. I don't know what's going on there, but it's nice and sunny out here. Thank you. Thank you.